Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're back talking about stocks. I know we've made a couple of crypto videos. We're definitely going to be going back to crypto content very, very soon. There's always another crypto story out there. There's always a ton of things to talk about, but I do want to cover multiple different financial markets, multiple different financial topics on this channel. And one of the hottest stocks in the stock market right now and over the course of the last year, especially with, a lot of retail investors. I don't really love that word, but that's what a lot of people are going to call it, are all about Snapchat and Snapchat stock specifically. If we look at kind of the graph for the year, we see things bottomed out right around $10 during the COVID, crash and all the craziness that was happening. But even a year to date, this company was around 17.55. Right now, sitting at around $57 with a 52-week high of $73.59. Snapchat stock has been a crazy one. We've seen a ton of crazy gains, especially in tech over the course of last year. But Snapchat has been an absolutely big one. And today we're going to be talking about some new, exciting news for this stock that could really have some big things in store for the future of Snapchat as a company, as a stock. A lot of awesome things going on, and just something that you probably want to be aware of if you are a Snapchat investor or if you were considering becoming a Snapchat investor in the future. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, if you guys have not already, please take a second and smash that like button. I would appreciate it really much. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. I think we recently just hit 300 subscribers, so hey, that's awesome. Let's keep shooting those numbers up. And here we go. Remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. It's just kind of me giving my thoughts and opinions on the market, on different stocks and different strategies and everything that's going on. Do your own due diligence, all that good stuff. With that being said, here we go. So Snapchat stock obviously has been one of my favorites over the last year. I think I did end up getting in around the $21, $22 range. I bought, and kind of moved my position around a couple of times. But Snapchat, it's an app that I love. I see the growth, future, and potential in this stock. I see how much, market share they have, especially in the younger demographics. A lot of younger millennials, even some older Gen Z. Snapchat is a big player in the future of kind of social medias and everything. There's definitely some downsides to the stock. What do future growth prospects look like? Are they going to be able to become profitable? How many different ways are they going to be able to make money? How are they going to compete with the social media giants out there? There are a lot of legitimate questions, but sitting at around an $86 billion market cap right now, obviously Snapchat is a big player in this game, a big player in this market. They've had some awesome, earnings reports and stuff coming out. They've had a lot of awesome news, but some of the bigger stories coming out today and throughout this week have been some really cool things for Snapchat. The Snapchat has confirmed AR glasses to be launching. They're also going to let users tip creators and some other awesome stuff as well. So Snapchat, the parent company of Snapchat, Snap Inc., unveiled an augmented reality version of its Spectacle smart glasses on Thursday. Obviously, we've seen things like this in the past to different extents. Everyone wants to think back to like Google Glass and how stupid and ugly and how that just absolutely bombed. And a lot of people are kind of skeptical, wary, maybe not super excited about the future of AR, augmented reality glasses, glasses that you can like look at things and have information and facts and everything pop up without having to check your phone or Google it or whatever, and where this leads to in terms of gaming and in terms of real world applications, all that stuff, even social medias, obviously, with stuff like Facebook, Snapchat being some of the biggest players in the AR market, but this is what some people and what a lot of people even think is kind of the future, and is an area that Snapchat is diving deeper and deeper into. So the new spectacles have built-in AR displays and can display 3D effects onto the real world. They are wireless and can last for up to 30 minutes on a single charge. So obviously that's not very long. 30 minutes does not sound great. That doesn't sound like something you can like wear out, for the day or wear around on town or whatever. The technology would definitely have to improve. Things would definitely have to get better, but this is still very early days, very early stages in this technology in the world of AR and everything. So I'm not too concerned about that, but it's not like they're like ready to roll this stuff out to the masses or anything just yet. So the glasses have dual 3D waveguide display that are capable of superimposing AR effects and also have a 26.3 degree diagonal field of view. That sounds awesome. However, Snap said that the new spectacle is built for its AR creators and is not for sale. It is fully integrated with Lens Studio, Snap's desktop application designed for AR creators and developers to build and distribute lenses across Snap's AR platform. So the AR stuff, that's obviously like the the faces and everything that Snapchat uses, where you can make different faces, and I can't think of the word right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the AR stuff where it scans stuff in 3D, creates different things on your face and in the world and whatever. So that's kind of where they're starting out with this stuff. Maybe they want to, obviously the plan would be, I assume, to branch off to more and more people in the future, but there's that. Snap also said that it's expanding the monetization opportunities available to creators on Snapchat through a new feature called gifting. I equate this to something like Twitch, obviously having, donations and everything like that. Even something like, when people talk about like OnlyFans or Patreon or YouTube, Streamlabs, where you have the option to give some of your creators money. It incentivizes people to create content on the platform. It incentivizes, it makes it more of like a career, more of a viable option to be a Snapchat creator. Snapchat creator could be something as viable as creating content on YouTube, on Twitch, on Instagram, on TikTok. And if they can get into that realm, then Snapchat really, really does have an awesome opportunity going forward in the future to become a legitimate, a more and more legitimate and more big player in the social media space and content creation space, all of that good stuff, which would be absolutely awesome for Snapchat. So users can buy Snap tokens to buy gifts and send gifts to creators through story replies. Snapchat will take a share of the gift sent, so obviously there's a chance for them to make some money. The social media platform now reaches 500 million monthly active users. So if they can get any of those people to start buying these Snap tokens, start gifting them to their favorite creators, if they can have that become a natural and fluid part of the Snapchat process, like Twitch has been able to do very, very successfully with their monetization platforms and everything, then that could be a very, very good and very, very lucrative venture for Snapchat. They also talk about how the new 4th generation spectacles include displays that will enable the wearer to view AR effects without the need to use a smartphone's camera. It's aimed at developers and creators to create software experiences for the device that can be later offered to consumers, so that's awesome there. The new spectacles indicate Snap's intensified push into hardware as it deals with stiff competition from Facebook and Apple. Obviously, this would just be another awesome opportunity for this company, and we don't know if it's necessarily going to work out. We don't know if it's necessarily going to be a good idea or a bad idea, but this is something out there on the horizon, out there on the market, and if you do believe in this stuff, think these ideas sound good, think these could be big things in the market, then obviously this would be potentially a good opportunity to get in on a company that is going to hopefully be at the forefront of some of these things, or at least trying these things out, willing to put a ton of money into R&D and seeing what happens. Also, some other big news along these same lines is that Snapchat has said to be buying augmented reality company Wave Optics for over $500 million. So they are putting their money where their mouth is. $500 million on the line to buy an AR company, Wave Optics. Again, Snapchat said Friday, that is today, that they're going to acquire Wave Optics, a British augmented reality tech company, for $500 million. The deal, first reported by The Verge and confirmed by a Snap spokesman, will help the owner of photo messaging app Snapchat push its way into a future where AR eyewear could be ubiquitous. Snap, along with other tech giants like Facebook and Apple, again, just like we talked about, are racing to build AR devices. Now, obviously, in the world of those companies, it's going to be tough for Snapchat to compete with guys like Facebook, with guys like Apple. That's going to be tough, but, it is something where if they win out, this could potentially be a very, very lucrative business and field to be in going forward in the future. So if they can, get the technology in the right places at the right times, it's going to be an uphill battle going against some of the biggest companies in the world with a ton of money to throw at anything they want. But Snapchat seems willing to take on the battle, and even if they end up, maybe not as the top dog, but as one of those dogs in what could be potentially a very, very big pie, that could still be a really, really good thing for Snapchat in the end. So, the vision behind AR eyewear is that it could allow a user to virtually see route directions in front of them, see information about a landmark in their surroundings, for example. Snap said it'll pay half of the $500 million in stock at closing, and the other half will be paid in either cash or stock in 2 years. So that is kind of what the deal is looking like. On Thursday, like they say, Snap unveiled a new version of its spectacle glasses. So this is kind of two stories coming out back to back surrounding this situation. The new spectacles won't be sold to the public. It'll only be available to AR developers who apply to use the glasses. But again, this is something where if this stuff goes well, it could be potentially pushed out more and more in the future. And I think this is a really, really big, exciting thing. Again, I definitely own Snap stock. I am a long-term long-term believer in it, and I love to see that this company is actually going out and doing things. Yes, they're starting to have more money and everything. They're starting to make that push towards profitability, and as they start to have more cash on hand, more opportunities to do things, you do definitely want to see them making big pushes, making big plays. As the company value increases, yes, they need to continue to branch out, because yes, I think Snapchat as a whole is doing very, very well. I think they're getting closer and closer to being on the right track in terms of a lot of things, but also they need to continue to branch out if they want to be one of these massive tech companies. You think of a Facebook and Apple, they have their hands in so many different things. They're successful in so many different ways, in so many different areas, and for Snapchat to take that next big step, that next big leap, they need to perfect what they have going on with their app, but they also need to get into other areas, and they need to be at kind of the forefront of the technological advances of where social media and technology and hardware and software and everything is going in the future. And maybe it's AR, maybe it's not, maybe they can figure out how to do AR, maybe they can't, but I at least love that they are trying. I think it is a very, very good sign. And like I said, I have been interested in Snapstock. I am still interested in Snapstock. I'm definitely long on this company, and I think it has a bright future ahead of it, and I'm hoping, for my own sake, that some of this stuff does work out. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I would definitely appreciate it if you did drop a like on this video. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Snapchat? Do you believe in the future of this company? Do you think it's an overvalued pile of trash? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay updated on the latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!